Hi everyone, good evening. If the comment, glad to have a big shout out to Trisha King here. Thank you so much, Trisha King. Always, always supportive. Wendell Space, thank you so much. You're so wonderful. I'm glad you're here, Mommy Coco. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much, everyone. So glad to have you here. You know, I don't know where you are in the world right now, but good morning, good evening. Hi, Trisha King. Big shout out to you. But I'm just going to type this out. Don't mind me if I'm still trying to get used to this. Uh, I'm going to be talking about time management anyway, quite a huge discussion, and you're free to contribute, please. Join me as I talk about it and we'll get to know ourselves more. How was your day? Hope you went to church. If you didn't go to church, maybe you went to mosque. If you live in a country, okay, no. If you live in a Muslim country, it's usually Friday you go to church. You know, um, Fortunately, I worked in a Muslim country before as a teacher. Yeah, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a health and safety consultant. Um, I've been a health and safety consultant now for close to like 15 years. I've worked in health and safety for a long time. I worked as a health and safety rep with the National Health Service. If you're familiar, if you live in UK, and then I now work as a health and safety consultant. So I was working as a health and safety advisor. Then I began to work as a health and safety consultant in the last about 4 years. Now, as a health and safety consultant, I work in different places. I hope everyone can hear me. No, yeah. Um, Happy Sunday, Miss Anitabi TV. Mega shout out to you. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. So glad to have you here. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So in United Kingdom, I've worked as a health and safety consultant for the past 4 years. Now, as a consultant, if you ever have anybody who is a consultant, thank you so much. And also, I work, not really work, I've been a pastor for the past 16 years. Uh, as a pastor, I've pastored different churches in UK. I've started churches and I've worked as a voluntary, I call it voluntary pastor in the sense that when you work as a pastor, there are two types of pastors. You either work as a pastor where you're paid as a pastor, or you work voluntarily as a pastor where you're not paid. So I was working voluntarily because I still have a job. So we look after those that don't have a job. Maybe you get to understand that. So I've been a pastor now for the past 16 years. Um, or yeah. Okay, Trisha King said we can hear you. Yeah. So I've been a pastor now for the past 16 years. And I've pastored different churches, both in United Kingdom and outside United Kingdom. I've been to Slovakia, started churches in Slovakia, and started churches in United Kingdom. It's been wonderful and I love it. So wonderful. But in this period, I've been training as a health and safety consultant, and I have a diploma in occupational health and safety. I have a first degree in occupational health, safety, and environmental management, and I have a master's too in occupational health, safety, and environmental management. And also, I'm a chartered member of different organizations in UK. So I'm a chartered builder in UK. I'm a chartered building engineer in UK. And I'm also a chartered health and safety consultant in UK. Also, I'm a fellow of the International Institute of Risk and Safety Management. So I'm well read, and I've gone very far in my career. Uh, One of the things I do in my career is that every construction project that is happening in the United Kingdom, you need somebody like me there, and they call us the principal designer. Pay us quite a lot of money, some huge amount of money uh, that we get as consultant, you know. And but in the process, because I'm a pastor and I train people, so I've been in the training line. So I started training people along the line. So in training people, I was able to now find that the training is a niche that I need to cover. So I started training people in health and safety, time management, um, starting up business, And when I train you, it gets to a particular level, then I move you on to meet other consultants like Mr. King himself, you know, King himself. I think I don't think King is here right now. He's a consultant, and so that's what we do. That's what I do as a consultant. So I manage different projects ranging from quite a lot of money, some huge amount of money, some projects ranging from $500,000 to like 150 million pounds. Those are the kind of projects I manage. And but in the process, while I was doing all this, and I found that um, I could start up my own business, training people, getting them into jobs, in United Kingdom, and that was how I started. So I now came up with the name CV Coach 2016 because CV Coach 2016 in 2016, I was invited to an event where they had about close to like 500 to 700 people. And I was going to teach people on how to get jobs. So in the process of teaching them, I just said, why don't I just start, have my own website where I can train more people? And from that 2016 to date, I've done over 10,000 hours of training, and I've trained quite a lot of people into different jobs. Some going into health and safety, some going to construction, some going into nursing, business management, business analysis, different people. Because what I do is that when I train you, I work with you to make sure that you don't only get into a job, but from that job, you can start off your own business. That's what I mostly do. And that's what I've been doing all this while. And it's just been wonderful. But as I was going on, you see, well, if you look at the name now, it's CV Coach 216, not 2016, because I started the business in 2016, training people for money. But prior to this time, I was already training people for free. So from 2016, and I said, okay, you know what? Why don't I turn this, into a business that brings in money? So that was how I started. And so my training, when I train people from 400 pounds, 650 to 1,000 to 1,005. That's what I charge. Because I've read so much and I know so much. And when I train you, I make sure that you get into a job. So now when I started YouTube, I became very active on YouTube from 2018, but I didn't know anything at all. So I was doing all my stuff on Facebook until just 2 months. And then I went to Trisha. Trisha is my mentor here. She's wonderful. She's just amazing. Trisha now told me how to streamline the skill. You see, if you've listened to one of my videos where I spoke about mentoring, I would advise you to listen to it. It really helps. It really helps. Shout out Hunter is here. Thank you so much for being here. Nice friends I've made along the line. So that was how I came in. So Trisha now said, 2016 looks too old. Why don't you make it 216? And I went to CV Coach 216. Trisha King, I'm already bringing people to you. And that was how Trisha helped me fine tune my channel. And I was able to meet up quickly with what I'm doing. But you see, the thing about it is this. I work with different clients who pay a lot of money for projects, a lot of money. Now, if you're familiar with UK, I can tell you some few projects that I'm presently handling. If you're close to the Grenfell Tower where people died, there's a project opposite that place is worth about, one of the projects is worth about 64 million pounds. I'm the one managing the project. And then another project is in Wembley. If you're very close to Wembley Stadium, familiar with Wembley Stadium, I'm managing that project. That project is worth about 90 million pounds. So quite a lot of money. Now, Grisha Achinta, thumbs up, Pastor, listening here. Thank you so much, Hong Kong. So nice to have you. She's from Hong Kong. So glad to have you here. Thank you so much, Gracia. So nice to have you here. So I manage lots of projects. Now, as a health and safety consultant, it's just like a consultant in the hospital. Consultant in the hospital, they see different people. It's just like the GP. Okay. But the thing about it is this, when I'm working as a health and safety consultant, because I have a passion for working on YouTube, I still have to work around YouTube. I still have to think about it. So how do I manage? I've got 45 people, 45 different projects that I manage right now, which is, I'm supposed to be managing about 30 something projects. So in managing 45 projects, I go for meetings, I go for design meetings, I go for different meetings, I go for site audits, site inspection, health and safety inspection, so much that I have to do because you get paid. It's a good job, you get paid so much money, you know. Yeah, okay. Trisha King, he said, I'll go on you about and take your IG inbox. Okay, inbox you, that's great. Please connect with Trisha King. She's the main person here. She can really help you. You know, she's wonderful, give you good advice. You know, I'm just so happy that she was free with me and telling me everything, which is right, very brilliant. So that's what I do. So how do I manage? Now I want to talk about time management. Yeah, it's quite a lot of money. It's quite a lot of money you have to manage because some projects, they are building projects. Some of the projects are worth like 10 million, 15 million pounds, 60 million pounds. You don't want to mess up such projects because if something happens with those projects, money is gone. So what we do is that I try and come in from the beginning of the project till the end of the project to make sure that I protect the client interest. So everybody's working together and we're all working together as one. Okay, so that's what I do. But how do I manage my time as a health and safety consultant and manage my time as a YouTuber? Now, listen carefully. You know, I have people that are working under me in my office. So I have like close to like 15 people that I have to look after, or about, let me just say about 12 to 13 people that I have to look after because I went from becoming a consultant to a lead consultant and a senior consultant. So I'm right on top. So I've got to mentor other people. So how do I manage? How do I cope with doing YouTube and then managing these clients? Sometimes, you know, you've got your mobile phone with you. You've got to be on the mobile phone trying to see how you can manage things, how you can get people in. You know, sometimes you are looking at your banana. Sometimes you're doing live stream and you've got family. Now, I didn't tell you about my family. You can see my wife's photograph up there. I've got family too. I've got kids. So how do I manage with all this? That's what I want to share with you today. You know, maybe you have your own way of managing things. Maybe you have your own way of doing things. You know, you see, the first thing we do as a health and safety consultant is you need to know how to manage your time. You need to know how to manage your time. If you don't know how to manage your time, you're going to get bogged up with so many things and it can affect you mentally. So you need to know how to manage your time. The first thing we do is this: manage what hits your inbox. Manage what hits your inbox. I can write that here, you know, manage what hits your inbox. Because you see, sometimes manage what hits your inbox. When I'm saying manage what hits your inbox, I'm looking at managing what comes into your group, into your chat or your messages. Because the thing is this: if you look at everyone who is coming into your channel, they come in, they like the video, they leave the comment, then they subscribe. Some don't subscribe, some might leave a comment. And YouTube requires you to reply every comment that comes in. It's not a necessity, but I just feel that it's a way of you communicating with the people that come to you. So how do I manage it? I have a specific day of the week that I reply to all the comments as much as I can. So every comment that comes in on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I reply to them on Thursday. Then those that come in on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll reply to them on Sunday. So that means I reply to comments twice a week. Now, there are some comments that will come in to YouTube that will tell me, I want to get in contact with you urgently. Those ones, I quickly go and reply to them. Oh, ABIGJ is here. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. Mega shout out. So I look at those comments because lots of comments comes in. I have about 100 over 100 videos. So some people watch different videos and leave different comments. But when they come in, the comment comes on Monday. I'm not going to reply to you on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I'll reply to you on Thursday. Then those that will come in from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll reply to you on Sunday. So by the time I finish this live streaming, I will now begin to reply to them. Because the thing is this, if you reply to them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're not going to have time for yourself. You've got a life beyond YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? You've got a life beyond YouTube. If even is your profession, you've still got a life beyond that time. The reason for that is that, you see, YouTube will always be there, except something else comes to replace it. YouTube will always be there. But what puts food on your table might not be YouTube now. So that's why I would advise you, listen to my other video that I did last week. One of the things I said was this: when do you take YouTube as a job or a career? From when do you do it? So you've got to walk around it, to think about it. How do I manage my inbox? How do I manage the reply? So if you have maybe 2 days, or if you have enough time, maybe 3 days to reply to the people. Now remember something, your reply to the people is not the time you do your video. So you've got to think about it. So when do you do your videos? You might want to put in videos particular days, maybe 2 days. You put it on your banner. I put videos on Wednesdays and on Saturday, or I put videos on Thursdays and Monday. It depends on the days that you put your video. But how are you going to manage that so that it does not impact your family? That's one thing you need to look at. How are you going to manage that so that it does not impact your family? Because the thing about it is this: if you're married and you've got kids, it's going to be a little bit tough. You know, it's going to be a little bit tough for you to manage your time and the family. If you've got 3 kids, let's say you've got 2 kids and you are the only mom and then there's dad, it's going to take you time. You've got to cook for the kid. You've got to watch the kids. You've got to do their homework for them. You've got to make sure that they are okay. You've got to make, so how do you manage your time? That's what I'm saying here. You must have a day, you must have a day. That's why, you see, the whole of this week, Team YouTube will tell you it is time for you to get up, stretch yourself, sit down, shout out, then back again on your seat. Because what's happening is this. Listen carefully. If you stay too long sitting down in one place, you could have a blood clot issue. You need to research that. If you sit too long in one place without moving your leg, you could have a blood clot issue. You see? So it's always like that. So you have to have time for your family. You need to have time for your family. Because you see, if you've got kids, the kids grow up so quick that if you spend, let's use this year, for example, the COVID-19 came in March 23rd, everywhere was closed. The kids have been at home. Everybody went on YouTube. Lots of people going on and going on. But the thing is this, the kids are growing up. Because from March 23rd till October, some of them have grown up. Some of them have added age. So the time that you're supposed to spend with the kids, you've missed it. Can I tell you something? The viewer or the person who's going to watch your video to go viral can never pass you by. If your video is the one they need, they can't pass you by. There are some recordings that was done years back that I'm still watching today. So we're done 2 years, 3 years back. I'm watching them today. So the first thing is with manage your inbox. Manage what hits your inbox. Think about it. Not everyone that leaves a comment that you're going to reply. Some of them might just be somebody who just went by, saw the video. Thank you for sharing this. They might not really need you to say, thank you for visiting. It's not everybody you're going to reply to. Some of them, will say, oh, thank you. I really enjoyed this video. Thanks for sharing. Hope to see you. Then you can reply those ones because you want to keep them as your clients. So manage what hits your inbox. So manage your time. So like what I do is this. At the beginning of the week, I have a notebook. All right. To-do list. Number 1, reply all YouTubers on Monday or Wednesday. 2, this. 3, read, study for this. 4, do that. So I have my list. So you see, that's why it's not everybody that tells me I'm having a live stream. Can you come down? I can just go in there. I've come in. I might not have to stay. If it's something that is useful to me, then I'll stay. If it's not something that is useful and I'm working, then I might tell the person, I'm going to be here for another 10 minutes and I'll leave. The reason is because it's not because I'm doing a live stream now, but I have to be very sincere with you. The reason is because if you have to go to all the live streams every day, over 400 hours of videos are uploaded on YouTube almost every time or almost every day. So if you're going to watch go to all the live stream, it might impact you. So manage what hits your inbox. The next thing is what? Keep your desk clean. Now, when I say keep your desk clean, keep your desk clean. Now, when I'm saying keep your desk clean, I'm not talking about your physical desk. I'm talking about your book that you're writing, where you've written to-do list. Keep it clean in the sense that now, if it's dirty, it clutters the whole place. If you can't write, you can do a mind map. Maybe one of these days I'm going to get Camtasia, then I'll do a mind map for you. You just scroll around. Hi, Cherish Olivia TV. So glad to have you here. Thank you so much. So glad to have you here. We're talking about time management. How do you manage your time on YouTube with your family? And how do you manage it with the people who are expecting a lot from you? So that you see, the reason why I'm doing this is that so that your marriage does not break up. Because let's put it this way. If you're married, you've got kids, your husband needs your attention, kids needs your attention, the school teacher needs your attention, you need attention to yourself. If you're busy with all these things and they choke you up, YouTube will always be there. But what about your marriage? What about your marriage? So all those things are very important. And remember something, the algorithm needs you to keep uploading. But remember something, as you're uploading, so also the time is going. Because right now we've not spoken about what time it takes you to edit the video, what times it takes you to share it out, what times it takes you to record the video. We've not said all those things. So you've got to plan. Is either you have a specific day for recording and another day that, you see, let me put it this way. When I'm recording, for instance, you should try as much as possible to record more videos that might just be on your folder. You might have a hard drive, move all the videos you've recorded straight into your folder, into the hard drive. You might not record for 2 weeks, but you might edit for the next 3 weeks. Every time the video comes on, whoever is seeing it, see it as, wow, this is a new video. But you might have recorded it 3 weeks back. Shout out Cherish Olivia. So it's very important that you manage your time very well. I'm telling you this because if I work as a health and safety consultant, people pay me so much money, millions of pounds, to help them manage projects. It's not just me alone, the team of us, or what the project is worth. Millions of pounds. Then I should give them their money worth. I'm telling you, I should give them their money worth. Right now, I'm managing a project that's worth about 200 million pounds in central London. The client does not want to hear that I'm a YouTuber, so I don't give them time. No, I've got to do it for them at the right time. That's it. So keep your desk clean. So once you've written what you want to do for the week, keep it clean. You see, when somebody comes in, OG, you know what? I need you to do this. No, keep the desk clean. In other words, you've written 6 things you want to do for the week on a book or on a sheet of paper. Stick to it. If you stick to it 1 week, the second week, the third week, by the time it's 6 weeks, it becomes a habit. There is nobody that can break it. That's how I manage my time as a senior health and safety consultant, a pastor, a father, a YouTuber, and a trainer. Just only me. That's how I manage it. When I'm doing my training, I usually, because the COVID now is helping all of us, So I do my trainings every evening. So on Monday, 7 to 9, I'm training people online in their different homes. They log in, then I train them. Then if I'm going to train those in Africa, which takes a long time because sometimes the internet is a problem there. So I break the training down into 3 days. I do some days with them, then I stop, and do another days with them, then I stop, and 2 more days with them, I stop. Now, the training is supposed to last them just like 3 hours, but I'll do those 3 hours over time. So keep your table clean. Make sure the kids do not miss you. You're there for them just as much as you're there for your fans. So number 1, manage what hits your inbox. Have days that you're going to reply to your fans. Have days that you're going to be on YouTube. Just tell yourself, you know what? Saturday, I'm not going to log into my account. I'm not going to check anything. I'm just going to let it be. Today, I'm going to face my family, my husband, and my children. We're just going to cook, have fun, enjoy ourselves. That's it. Then, if it's time for the YouTube, because then you see, by the time you now have what they call a regimented lifestyle, the children, your husband, and everyone in the family will know that on a Wednesday, you are recording. Trisha King there. On a Wednesday, you are recording. So on that Wednesday, everybody gives you time to do whatever you want to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how I manage, and that's how I've been doing it. So when I come in, I'm not going to look at my phone. No way, no way. I won't even check the YouTube account, because why? You have to discipline yourself. Everybody's looking at their subscribers. Everybody's looking at the hours, their watch hours, when they're going to monetize. Everybody's looking at that. But that's not the focus. Man, brother, listen. I said, brother, listen, guys. You've got a life ahead of you. You've got a life ahead of you. Yeah, look at what ABIGJ just said now. He said, be there for your kid and family just as much as you're there for your fans. That is it. You need to be there for your kids and family. The kids grow up so quick that before you know what's happening, they're all grown up. You know, they're all grown up. Before you know what's happening, they are leaving home to go to uni. And all the while, the fans are there. So you need to know how you're going to check the time and how you're going to manage the fans. Then, number 3, always make sure you look after your health. Always make sure you look after your health. Go to lunch earlier and later than noon. Go to lunch. Take some time. Listen, when you're a YouTuber and you're working at home, you might just say, you know what, I'm just going to take one loaf or one slice of bread, and that will be what you're going to eat until maybe you're going to pick the kids, or maybe later in the day. And then you now feel that, you know what, I've eaten after all. I can always eat again. Look after your health. Make sure you have time to eat. Because let me ask you a question. You're a YouTuber. You're going to be a YouTuber for as long as you want to be. So in other words, like I'm doing this and live streaming now, if I stay here from now till 12 hours time, of what benefit will it be to me? Nothing. It increases the watch hour, good, but of what benefit? I'm taking the time I'm supposed to spend with other people, and I'm doing it here. Okay. You see now, okay, ABIGJ said something. Look, just read what she said. Said, you know what, was my neck is aching already due to always looking down my phone. It's the fact. Do you know what's happening to you? In health and safety, we call it repetitive strain injury, RSI. Repetitive strain injury. Because what is happening is that you are continuously looking at your phone, looking at the phone. It's just like the typist. You know, when the secretary is typing and typing, they begin to feel cramps on their fingers. So we call it repetitive strain injury, because it's a kind of repetition. You are repeating it. The same thing, it begins to affect your neck. It begins to affect your hand. Then you find that when you sleep like a log. You're so tired. Because what's happening is this. You're putting strain, too much strain on your body. And also, because you keep looking at the screen every time. Remember, your screen is fluid. Your screen has got radioactive substances coming out sometimes. I've not done any research about that, but I'm quite sure it could be like the TV. So with time, you find that, you need to replay this all the time. Yeah. You find that with time, you start having headache, eye ache. Because why? You're looking at the screen every time. You begin to feel pains. You need to give yourself time. So go to lunch earlier. Take your breakfast, take your lunch, take your dinner at the right time, like you're in an office. When you want to eat any other thing, don't skip it. Take exercise, take time to come out. Take your time to move on. You know, very, very important. Very, very important. You see, all these things I'm telling you is because I'm a health and safety consultant, but I'm not a practitioner in what I'm telling you, but to an extent, I can tell you what you need to know. So with all those repetitive strain injury coming up, it can affect the neck, the hand, the finger, because what's happening is that with your finger, you are typing every time. Look at this. Just listen to what this Anita B TV has said now. He said, how many times has my pot got burnt because of this whitey issue? He said, Lord have mercy on me. Because because she is just there. You're rushing to see how you can quickly do it, but it's just there. You need to create time. You need to create time, because what's happening is this: by the time, see, the big YouTubers, those guys that has got millions of subscribers, hundreds and thousands of subscribers, some of them don't edit their videos. They just do all the action. Somebody will record them, another person will edit the video. But as you're coming up, it's good for you to look after your health, so that when you get to that time, you're not like dragging your body, dragging like a sack just to manage it. No, you're there. So number one tip, manage what is the inbox. So I've told you that, manage the days you reply to people. Then number two, keep your desk clean. In other words, what you're going to do for the week, stick to it. Then number three, go to lunch early, eat the right time, sleep the right time, rest the right time. Take time to do the things at the right time. Don't feel, listen, it does not mean that you're putting in so much effort will determine how much is going to come out at the end. No, put in what you need to put in, and let God be the one to do the rest for you. Number four, I said 5 things. So we've done number one, manage what is the inbox. Number two, keep your desk clean. Then number three, go to lunch earlier. In fact, the advice I give to people is eat on time so that you don't have stomach ulcer. You know, one thing, you can do your research on this. The way God created the human tummy, the acid in the human body, in the human tummy, is enough to burn somebody alive. You can go and research it, because the human body, inside the body, the tummy, has got lots of acid. So that acid is to make sure that it controls everything inside. God is wonderful. So that acid in there is enough to burn the human body. So in other words, if the acid is in there and is working for you to make sure that there is no infection that comes into your body, and you leave your tummy empty, it's going to have a huge impact on your health. Okay, you see, he said, I've shared on my Facebook as well. Very well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very important that you look after your health. Look after your health. Then the next thing is this: keep track of who is interrupting and why. So, in other words, when you are getting your stuff ready, so if you find out that there is somebody that is always calling you on the phone, sending you messages, ask them, find out why are they interrupting every time? Because you might be resting and the phone rings. Why? We're talking about time management here. Why are they calling you at that time? So be able to manage the different people that comes in your way. He said, what if, let me take one, and as I'm going, what if my father have not visited them in their LS that day? Sometimes people do LS every day. This is for ABIGJ. I call it ABIGJ. ABGJ. Your friends do LS every day. You might not be able to visit them fully. If you came in at the beginning, I said sometimes you can just go visit them and just be there for like 5 minutes and then you leave. It's okay. Or for like 10 minutes, then you leave. Remember something, it is not all the subject that is being discussed in the LS that is relevant to you. Can I put it this way? If you go to the market, for instance, and all the stores, they are selling something, you're not going to buy everything in the market. You might just window shop, and then you go to the next shop. So you're going to visit where you know that you're going to have things that will be relevant to what you need. So if your friend is having their LS, you can go there, stay for a while, then go. Thank God that in YouTube, we are not flying from different houses to different houses. If we were, we won't be able to make it. Because we are doing it online, we still need to find how to manage our time very well. If not, you're going to leave things that is very important and pursue other things, and then not be able to achieve what you want to achieve. So if your friends are feeling bad that you've not visited them in their LS that day, just go there, show your love, and then you leave. Cherish Olivia said, most times you can't visit everyone. Very true. You can't visit everyone. But your friends, see, you call them your friends. They should understand that sometimes you might be busy. So time management is absolutely essential. Very, very essential, especially at this time. Yeah, you see, Abby GJ said something. He said, noted host, thank you so much. Not all in the LS is all about you. Yes, it's not just about you. When I'm going for a time, okay, let me give you an instance. If I'm going to visit somebody who's doing an LS on women's hair, I don't have hair, and I can't learn how I'm going to fix that long hair. But I'll just go there and say, I'm here, thank you so much, and I'll have to leave. Definitely. Because no matter how long I stay there, no matter how much tips she gives to me about hair, my hair will not grow out to as long as that. Okay? That's a joke anyway, but you should understand what I'm saying. But if I'm visiting an LS and they're talking about how you can grow your YouTube, how you can, like Abby GJ, I went to watch one of your video where you spoke about the use of the microphone and the sound card. I loved it. I made note of it. I went on Amazon, eBay to check because it's relevant to what I want. Time management is absolutely essential. Do you know one thing? If you started YouTube this year, January, by next year, January, you're 1 year. If you have a child that was born on the 1st of January 2020, by 1st of January 2021 is 1 year. So the child would have changed the pampers, breastfed, would have crawled on the floor, would have done everything. You missed all those because you were busy. So time management is very important. So number one, manage what is the inbox. Number two, keep your desk clean. Number three, go to lunch earlier or later than noon, or go to lunch when you're supposed to. Number three, keep track of who is interrupting and why. So if your friends are all interrupting you, you need to come to my LS. Everybody's posting their LS. Some of them you might not be able to go. Just tell them, you know what, I can't really make today, but next time you're having the LS, I'm going to be there. And I'm going to stay right from beginning to the end. I'm going to support you all the way. Or to make up for it, I can watch your video and leave my comments. Because I just discovered recently, Trisha King was telling me, sometimes when they come in for LS, everybody's leaving messages as it's going, Okay, Cherish Olivia said, how do you keep your desk clean? Okay, I'll answer that now and I'll tell you. You see, sometimes people are on the LS leaving messages, but after the LS, that chat goes. It is the message that is left, that's the comment that is left that stays. So in answering Cherish Olivia, she said, how do you keep your desk clean? If you came in on time, this was what I said. I said, you have a notebook that you write to-do list. So all the things you're going to do for the week is right there. Monday, I'm going to take my daughter to lecture after school. Tuesday, I'm going out with my husband on a date. Wednesday, we're going for dinner. Thursday, I'll do my video. Friday, I'll do my recording. Saturday, I'll do my editing. Sunday, I'll reply to everybody if that's what you want to do. So in other words, anyone that will come in between Monday, Tuesday, you're going out with your husband on a date, and somebody says, Tuesday, you need to come to my LS. You say, what time? He says 9. You've already booked a table for yourself and your husband in a restaurant by 9 o'clock. What are you going to do? Are you going to say, husband, you know what? just wait. When you are driving, I'll be on my phone. No, your husband needs you on the date so that both of you can chat and talk and get to know yourself more. So when you keep your desk clean, what I'm telling you is that anything that comes in between those times that you've made that is not important, don't accept it. That's what I'm saying. You keep your desk clean. So your desk is your notebook that you've written on, your workstation where you do things. And then you say, you know what? I don't want this here. I don't want anybody to come in and disturb those things that are put in place. I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. Because sometimes, just like Annie Maytab said now, he said, how many times has her pot got burnt? Why she was, Zania Channel, so glad to see you. Tamsak Don't host, thank you very much. Glad to have you here. You know, Amitab said something. IBIGJ said her neck is already hurting her from constantly looking at the screen. Then Anitab said something. She said, how many times has her pot got bumped because of this YT issue? He said, Lord have mercy on me. Because why? If she's cooking and she does not want to do anything about YT, then she can just continue what she needs to do. But it will still be there. So someone like me, I'm a health and safety consultant. I manage different projects. I have people who are relying on me. I have to be careful with my time. I have to know how I manage my time. If not, somebody might tell me, we pay you, but this is not what we pay you for. Yeah, Cherish Olivia said, yeah, I'll do that. We'll start keeping my desk clean. Very well. If you do it for 6 weeks, it becomes a habit. You find that maybe you're cooking and there's a live stream, you want to support the person, you can just go in there and say, hello, how are you? I'm here. Then you move out. But if what is being discussed is what will help you, then you can stay there. That's what I mostly do. And sometimes the video or the live stream is not going to run. If the person finished uploading it, I can watch it over and over and over again. Just like Trisha King said now. He said, I'm going to watch this over again. It's not going to finish. She can watch it all over and over again. Then the next thing is this, which is the very important part, which I'm going to, I'm almost ending with. Prepare for meetings. Prepare for your videos. Prepare for your recording. Try and prepare for your live chat. Prepare for them. In other words, you know quite well that every Sunday you do a live chat. You need your ring light. You need your things in place. You can put them ahead. You can put them in place on Saturday night and get the place ready. Your thumbnail is ready. Remember what I told you at the beginning. I said it's not all the videos it's not every time you upload a video, because you can record like 5 videos in one day. It's your house. You own the camera. You own the time. You just take one dress off, put on another one, and have it put everything recorded and leave them on your hard drive. Then take your time to edit them over the weeks. So you can be editing on KineMaster. I'm not a KineMaster person here. I'm not selling for them. But you can be editing on KineMaster or editing anywhere. The most important thing is that, you must have, what you need to do. Number one, your to-do list. Make a to-do list. Very important. That's what ABIGJ just said here now. You must make a to-do list. You must. For the past 4 years, in my office, I have different notebooks of different projects that I've handled over the years with to-do list. Everything is right there. If not, how can I manage with 45 projects? Being a pastor, being a health and safety consultant, being a YouTuber is a lot of work. So you must have your to-do list. Immediately I finish this live stream now, I pack up, I start my homework. I've still got to put the children, get them ready, iron the clothes I need to iron, get things ready, stay with my wife. I've still got to do that. Very important. If you don't do that, you find that you're going to have so many things coming up at you at the same time. So prepare for meetings. Get everything you need, all the things that you need to put in place, everything that you need to write down, have it. But the best thing is this: the biggest brain cannot be compared to the smallest pen. You must write. Try and write. Try and write. Or if you can't write, dictate to yourself. You can dictate to yourself and say, this is what I'm going to do this week. This is what I'm going to do this week. This is not a dictaphone anyway. It's for my light, So, so you can dictate to yourself and say, Monday, I'm going to do this. Tuesday, I'm going to do this. Wednesday, I'll do this. Thursday, and so on and so forth. So you can now manage your time effectively. Do you know the amazing thing about this is this? When you begin to manage your time very well, you can do so much and achieve so much. Okay? You can do so much and achieve so much. Cherish Olivia's TV said, I will do that. We'll start keeping my desk clean. Very important. Very, very important. Because you see, the thing about it is this. Your husband, your children might not say anything because they want to support you in achieving your goal. But inwardly, they might say, man, you're not giving them time. So you need to arrange everything. You want to have a live stream tomorrow? Get it ready today. Have your script ready. This is what I'm going to do at this time, at this time, at this time, at this time. You put everything in there. When I'm done with this video now, I'll now listen to the video again. At every point, I'll put notes down so that anyone that's coming can refer to it. And that's how I've been able to manage as a senior health and safety consultant, as a pastor of a church, as a father, and also as a trainer. That's how I've been able to manage. I train people every week. But you see, the way I do my training is this. I have people I train from different homes in UK, some from overseas sometimes that I train, but I have days for them. I'm not going to, if the student from Monday comes in on Friday, I'm not going to train them. They have to keep to their time. And also what I do is this, when I train them, I have to take them with me to see the practical aspect of the training. So I book that in. When a student misses that time, I tell them you have to come in some other time. Because why? What I'm doing is that I'm managing my time. I used to be very worse in timekeeping, honestly speaking. Sometimes myself and my wife are going out, she gets ready. I'm still thinking of where I'm going to get my suit, my tie, But with time, I started learning. So if you manage your time, see, Shout Hunter Creation he said, to manage our time and become usable, we need to set goal and number of days. Very well. The Bible even said it. It said, number your days. You need to set goals. But you see, I'm going to talk about goal setting maybe in 2 weeks' time. Don't miss that. How you can set your goals. Because I trained as a personal performance development coach, so I'll teach you how you can manage your goals. And I'll give you a simple tool that you can use. I'll just tell you the name of the tool. You go on the internet, you pull it out, you can use it for yourself. That tool will help you. You can use it to manage your family, your relationship, your wealth, your money, anything that you want to do. Even on YouTube, you can use the tool. Very tiny tool. Is on internet. I'll give you all the tips. Don't worry about that. All I need you to do is this. If you've come in and you're just coming here for the first time, hit the notification button, leave your comments. After all this, like I said now, if by the time I end this live stream, all these chats might disappear, but leave your comments on the page. Leave your comment there. And then tell me what you want me to talk about. Is it time management? Is it goal setting? Is it, at least I can do a little bit of relationship, how you do things on YouTube. Tell me, and I'll do it. And I'll be able to prepare for that, And now, if you are not friends at all, we can become friends from this moment. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then we become friends. I want everybody to become my friend. I want to be friends with you. What I don't know, I come to you. What you know, you come to me. And I want to also develop a community of good friends so that we can always and at every time rely on each other. I want to say thank you so much. And I hope you got something. So I can go through that again before we leave. Number one, manage what hits your inbox. Number two, keep your desk clean. Number three, go for lunch, eat your food, exercise, go for dinner, take your kids out to the park, exercise yourself. Number three, keep track of who is interrupting you and why. Why are they interrupting you? Number four, prepare for all your meetings, your live stream, visiting people, prepare for that. Prepare for everything that you need to do. It will help you. It will help you. One sweet thing about this before I leave you. If you can separate the time for YouTube and your family, you'll see the children will love you so much. Because what's happening is that Every time you go on YouTube, every time you go on live stream, you're taking their time. They might not tell you, but I have to be very sincere with you. And Trisha King said, we learned a lot. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you came in here. Now, Trisha King did a very lovely reaction on a special artist. I don't want to tell you the artist's name. You can go on the channel and find out. You listen to the song. The family is blessed. You know, ABI said close, close. Okay, yeah. You know, they sing so well, so nice. ABI GJ is so wonderful. You need to go to her channel, see what she's doing. In fact, ABI GJ has a unique way that she does her live streaming, which is so lovely. And I'm just waiting to start up so that I can use the same way to do my live streaming. It's so wonderful. You know, she's so wonderful. And then shout out creation. Thank you very much for coming in here. I love you so much. You're so wonderful. Cherish Olivia, thank you so much for coming in. And I don't know if Annie Tabi is still here. Zani Channel, thank you so much for being here. Aries G337, thank you so much. A mega shout out to you. Miss Anitabi TV, thank you very much for being here. Trisha King, you know, as always, I can't thank you enough, you know, because you're just a source of inspiration. Yeah, Miss Annie Tabi TV. Oh, you're still here. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to connect with Trisha King, Miss Annie Tabi. You have her now. You know, she's so wonderful. She said, I'll come. Trisha King said, I'll come around to you all. Yeah, very wonderful. You know, thank you so much for being here. Any question, anything you want me to talk about in the next video, hit the notification button and leave a comment. You know, but don't forget, just as IBIGJ said now, number one thing to do, make a to-do list. I love you all. Have a nice week. And from my heart, you are special. Bye for now. Take care. And I hope you had a great time too. Take care. Bye. I appreciate your topic for the day. Thank you very much. Thanks so much for that. Trisha King, thank you so much for being here. You know, thank you very much. Bye. Take care. See you. Bye, everyone. Take care now.